Hi everyone, welcome to my channel How Law Brings Business. My name is Charlene. So I've been preparing for my New York Bar exam this year in July. It's an online exam, so I'm going to do it in Australia in Sydney. So these days, almost every weekend, I was doing a bit of study for that exam. And many people ask me, why are you going to do this? And do you want to move to America? My answer was like, no, not really. I'm basically doing it for fun and I'm enjoying it. And most of the people aren't convinced by my answers. I think now I have a better answer for you, which is this weekend I got a link from a friend from America, and it's a Fox News with the headline saying entry level lawyer salary has been raised up to 200 grand US dollars before tax. When I checked this figure, I was like, wow, 200 grand US dollars, entry level lawyers. Doesn't that sound like 3 times of the entry level salary in Australia? Well, I assume that in America people work long hours, but there's only 24 hours a day and you can't work 24 hours a day, which is the triple time of the 8 hours a day workload. So it doesn't sound like a bad deal at all. Having 200 grand US dollars before tax as an entry level lawyer in a big law firm. So, and like from my understanding of the Australian lawyers' salary market, 200 grand is definitely for lawyers who are in a much senior level, and it takes time and years of experience for someone to achieve that level. However, in the US, this is just how a big firm paying the juniors. If you look at this from investment perspective, if you are a lawyer and which has similar knowledge in a certain area of law, and if you're qualified in both Australia and the US, isn't US a better choice if you invest the same amount of your time, or even if in the US means that you work longer hours, but the return is triple. From a business point of view, I think that it doesn't sound like a bad investment at all. So next time, if someone asks me why I'm doing Yoruba, I think this will be a great answer. And I'm definitely not the entry-level lawyer in Australia now because I have close to 2 years practice experience. However, I think that I think that the investment for me for moving to US all of a sudden, it kind of means that I will need to start over again for local experience, for connections, for like the same level of familiarity with the law and procedures. So that will be my cost to move. And obviously, US has a higher living cost, especially in New York. But if you do some calculation, maybe the conclusion could be different. Yeah, what do you think? I think it makes sense for people who have the qualification to choose which country they would like to work. Depends on the market salaries. And maybe that's why most of the programmers are moving to the US, moving to the Silicon Valley, for example, because they might be doing the same kind of jobs but having a triple pay. Yeah, I don't know whether I don't know why the salaries are different if people are doing the same kind of work, but it really depends on the domestic situations, which varies in different countries. And for example, in China, I think the salary and labor costs will be definitely lower than some other countries because China has a huge population. Even if only 1% of the populations are smart, that figures that 1% of 1.4 billion is still a huge figure. So it's in general very competitive if you want to get a good salary job in China. I'm not sure if that's the same situation in the US. And obviously the salary in the US is high. It's higher in certain industry compared with other countries. But I think that I believe my personal perspective is that market, from the economy perspective, laborers and talents should be able to move freely to wherever they want to go, and it's a part of the. I think it's a part of the WTO trade treaty content that allows the free flows of talents and labors in the globalization trend and in the world. I think that on the one hand, the salary is very tempting, but on the other hand, the competition will be at the same level. So, yeah, good luck, everyone. I hope everyone can enjoy their job and getting paid well.